As a security engineer of over 11 years, there are some questions that I get asked every single day, so I'm going to run over the top 5 questions that I've got listed down here to run through with you so you can be more informed. Hello, I'm Simon from Simon Security Expert, the owner and founder of the Guardfather Security System, a wireless DIY security system. That means you can take control of your own security. I will leave the link for the DIY security system in the bio. You can check out if you're looking to upgrade your own security kit. I'll refer to the Guardfather in a couple of these questions, but overall this is generic advice that you can spread across all wireless DIY systems or professionally installed wireless systems as well. And some of the questions do relate to both wired and wireless systems. The last one is the most common misconception that I get about wireless security systems. So let's go. To begin, number 1, can I have pets with a burglar alarm? This is a really common question. Yes, you can. Basically, systems now are designed to incorporate family pets. So if you have a pet that is, for instance, under, say, 30 to 35 kilograms, you can get pet-friendly motion sensors. So the actual sensor knows not to pick up that animal. It works on detecting how much infrared light that animal is giving off and where it is on the lens of the sensor. But yes, you can have pets if you have a wireless security system or a wired security system. You can get them in both wired and wireless. Even if you have a pet that's larger, say 45 kilograms, you've got like a Great Dane or something like that, a real monster of an animal. Love those dogs, by the way. There are still certain things you can do. You just have to change the type of protection that you actually have on your security system. So for example, where you have a room like a lounge, let's say, you might have a room where you'd usually have a motion sensor in there, but instead of having a motion sensor in that room, you might put a shock sensor on the window. So if someone tried to break in through that window, the alarm would go off, and essentially that's called perimeter protection, which is a really handy thing to have if you've got really large animals. So can I have a burglar alarm if I have pets? Absolutely. Don't let that hold you back. It's no problem. It's an easy workaround. You're good to go. Question number 2, what if the power goes out? Does that make my alarm useless? For the most part, no. If you've got a modern, up-to-date, well-maintained security system, you should have a backup battery inside your security alarm. So these are lead-acid batteries for the older style wired conventional systems, and that needs to be replaced every 5 years. Don't let it go longer than that, because if the mains goes out to your house, you want the battery to kick in and keep your alarm going for hours, so you're not having one of those alarms that's just going off in the street when there's a power cut for say 5, 6, 7 hours. It's a nightmare and all the sounds are going off in the road. A lead acid battery in your wired conventional systems, usually in the wireless systems now you have, I've just hit my 5,000 step mark, even though I must be doing that. That's us doing it. With the wireless systems, they usually have a backup lithium battery that you'll still want to maintain and change every so often, but on these smart systems like on the Guardfather, it will tell you when that backup battery is starting to get low, and then you can swap it out for a new one, but they'll last for years and years. Subscription fees, are they inevitable? Well, no, not with my system at least. The Guardfather has no forced subscription fees. There are a lot of other systems that do force you into subscription costs for monthly ongoings, but it just depends essentially what you're looking for, especially if you're starting to get into the realm of smart home where you get to cameras and security alarms. Cameras take a lot of data, and if you want to start updating that to the cloud in real time, then yeah, you will have to start paying subscription fees for that. But just for relatively basic smart protection with a security system, you don't need to pay subscription fees for all systems. Guardfather, there's no subscription fee for the app, there's no subscription fee for the system. Essentially, you can just buy the kits and off you go. There are optional subscriptions if you want, say, dual path, which means if your internet goes down, you still have another avenue for communication to your app. There's no forced subscription fees. You can still have all the features to the apps, so there are plenty of options for you out there. Question number 4, can my wireless security system be jammed with a jammer? So look, any wireless equipment can technically be jammed. If you've got a solid, modern, up-to-date security system, it should have anti-jamming capabilities, meaning if the system realizes that it's getting jammed and the signal's being jammed, it will trigger the alarm anyway. How much of a threat is this? Look, to be honest, in now over 11 years in this industry, I've never once, not once, come across someone jamming someone's alarm system and then breaking into the house. And I deal with some seriously high risk sites because we're NSI Gold, which in the UK means we can do literally anything and we can protect any kind of premises. So I even protect premises where they've got Class A drugs in for medical use, where they're doing tests on things like all sorts of amphetamines or heroin and all those kind of things. We have the most high risk sites, and I'm yet to see see anyone really actually jam a system successfully and then break in. So you shouldn't be able to jam a solid security system. However, don't worry about that too much. It's very rare for that actually to be a real concern. Number 5, finally, this is the one I get is the biggest misconception with wireless security systems. Does the system work on Wi-Fi? In general, again, if you've got a solid security system like the Guardfather Security System, no, it doesn't work on Wi-Fi. It works on its own radio frequency band, meaning if your Wi-Fi goes down, it doesn't stop the system from working. It may mean that your app doesn't work, and if you've got a keypad inside, it'll just be like a normal audible only alarm, but it doesn't at all stop the system from actually functioning. That'd be too much of a security risk because it'd just be too easy to cut the wire, you know, the phone line going overhead into someone's property, or just when it's on the outside of the wall, snipping the cable and the alarm's defunct. So no, it doesn't work on Wi-Fi. If you've got a modern solid security system, don't worry about that. It doesn't come into it at all. You can still have a system. So it doesn't matter if you've got bad Wi-Fi and you're going, oh, am I going to get bad signal because I haven't got very good Wi-Fi in my house? Don't worry, it doesn't depend on that. You're good to go. So those are my top 5 FAQs for security systems. Are there any I forgot? Is there something you want to run through? Any questions you've got that you'd like me to answer? If you post it in the comments, I'll get back to you. I get back to every single comment. The DIY Guardfather Security System is linked in the description. You can go onto there and have a look on the website to see what we offer if you're feeling like it's time to upgrade your security system. But anyway, guys, thanks for being here. See you on the next one.